From the script to the screen, all your favorite film and TV starts with the writers, and we are here to honor the writers tonight at the 2025 Writers Guild Award West. I have been seeing you on screen for the last, 50, 60 years. You are amazing. Everyone grew up with Ghostbusters. I saw the most recent one. Tell us what it was like to, recapture that franchise and step back in.
Yeah, no, it was great. What I love about Ghostbusters, it crosses generations. I've seen old people and little kids, and they all seem to enjoy it. And I'm happy that as long as the films are still relevant, there comes a point, there may come a point when it's not, and at that point, I hope they know to stop doing it. But right now, people enjoy them and they want to see them, so I'm happy to be a part of it.
And it's a great film. It's a great project. People love Nickel Boys. So what do you hope that the fans really take from the story? I mean, you wrote and directed. What do you hope is the message that comes away?
I hope that the message is one without words, that they take the experience in and it changes them in a way in which they're inspired to action, or they're inspired to betterment, they're inspired to live more fully. And if that's the case for most people, then the right change will happen.
So we're here with Lauren, the showrunner of The Penguin. This has got a ton of press around it, a ton of interest this year. Tell us what inspired you to do this and to work with Colin Farrell on this?
I mean, Colin's a dream. It was like the greatest gift to have Colin on board. I just am really passionate about the story we told. It's a very strange psychological character study of this man, and I loved that I could pepper the world with interesting, complicated women. So it's been a pleasure, and it's really exciting to see the response.
Well, I love the dynamic, and even this season with Jason Segel and Harrison Ford kind of fighting over who was going to be your therapist. I mean, that's got to feel good.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, and it's just Bill's thing of kind of demonstrating, here's a TV cliche, and then just veering left. When I first read the episode where Paul takes over, I saw that line, "Welcome to the major leagues, kid," and it just felt like such a Harrison thing, but it's Bill. So halfway through the season, we go, of course they'd be working together. He never does this thing, this common trope where this guy is going to take over now. No, it's about teamwork. And it sort of always makes you feel like, I should have seen it coming,
When you were writing, did you know yet that you had Cynthia and Ariana on board? When they were cast, what were your feelings? Because they nailed it and brought it to life.
Yes, they were absolutely extraordinary. We did not know that they were going to be the ones playing the roles when we were writing the scripts. The first one I saw actually was Cynthia, and John called me late at night and said, "I have something to show you." And we watched it on Zoom together, and tears exploded out of my face. She did The Wizard and I in one of her audition things, and I was just like, this is otherworldly. This is off Earth. My body was completely one gigantic goosebump. I didn't realize all the goosebumps could fuse and become one goosebump, but it did. And then I saw Ariana, and interestingly, Ariana is so extraordinary. We were all like, well, we know she's the most incredible singer, but where is this acting coming from? She's extraordinary.
And dancing, very good.
And dancing, and hilarious, an absolute born comedian, from the old days. It was extraordinary. So then we were like, we know we have them, but we had never seen them sing together. And so we were like, hope it works. And then once we got them together, we were like, oh, thank God. And the fact that they love each other was absolute beautiful alchemy.
And what do you hope that people take from it? Because I think a lot of people, as they're getting older, start to have this look back, or this panic, or as they say, the midlife, where millennial midlife crisis is all of us are in now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm there. I think that it's a universal wish, right? And I think that that's why people like to disappear into this world and, try to remember that feeling right before you moved away from home, or the feeling of being, with your parents and things like that. But hopefully it's a comfort movie,
And when you were writing it, did you have Aubrey in mind, or when the casting came around, was she just perfect?
I didn't really think about who the older actress would be, because we knew we needed to find younger Elliot first and then kind of build it around that. And then I got really caught up on who looked the most like Maisie. It was who has blonde hair and this and that. And then I really was thinking, who matches her energy? Who do I want to see on that log when the camera pans over? And as soon as Aubrey's name came up, I was like, oh, her. There was never a question. And then it was really fun to kind of write with her and improv and do all that kind of fun stuff. She's so genius.
So first of all, Ghosts, congrats, great show. What is your favorite thing? You kind of have to pretend to see some of your other cast members and not because of that. What is your favorite thing though about the uniqueness of that and being on set?
My favorite thing is your cameraman Eddie's Blink 182 t-shirt, which you guys don't get to see. It's a privilege of being at the WGA Awards.
You know, they just raised a lot of money for the fires, the Blink-182 show. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I love to hear it. I don't know what the question was, but listen, Ghost is great, and I would just like to advocate to the WGA to maybe nominate our writers for some awards next season. They seem to be doing pretty well. People seem to like the show. I'm still employed, which is a good sign.
We just celebrated Valentine's Day, and I hear you're hosting a dating or a love show for Bravo.
Love Hotel on Bravo premieres this spring.
What can we expect?
You can expect a lot of shenanigans. I think I was just saying to somebody else, like, it's really wonderful. You're used to seeing the housewives in conflict with each other on their own individual shows, but the 4 women that we cast for Love Hotel really do, by the end of the show, form this really beautiful sisterhood, friendship, and it's nice to see them sort of get to, be friends and not
Instead of tear each other down?
throwing wine at each other. So I think there's definitely drama. There's definitely a lot that happens throughout the season, but that side of things I think is going to be a nice, fresh sort of way for people to see these housewives in a new light.
And tell us, do you have any favorites this award season, projects that you most love?
Okay, well, I'm going to toot my own horn.
As you should.
Tiara from Detroit is a show that I created and I star in on BET Plus. And we just put so much heart and soul and passion into that bad boy that's probably my favorite project of the season. And I hope everyone watches it.
Abbott Elementary has been racking up awards and acclaim. What do you think makes the show so relatable?
Well, we've all gone to school. All of us have gone to school or have kids in school, have a favorite teacher that we love or one that we hated, and have different experiences of school. But I think that it's a common shared experience that Quinta Brunson and our incredible team of writers are recreating, and we just get to go in and play and have a great time with our characters. But it's an incredibly it's a great example of comedy comes from shared experience. You don't have to reach that hard. The number of times that we get emails or online people saying, that's my group of work friends, that's my work family. There's always somebody like an Ava. There's always somebody like a Jacob, the try too hard guy. So I think our versions of the characters just resonate with people.